Ladies and gentlemen, I was asked to come to an 11 o'clock meeting with Fiona just to have a talk about the future, and you're all here. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you for standing up for your community. I know that we'll be hearing from Tanya in a short while, and I want to immediately say I'm a Liberal, and so that makes me a politician. You're probably feeling very sceptical about politicians this morning, and that'd be fair enough. But I want to say that I've spoken to my leader, Will Hodgman, and my colleague in Bass, Peter Gutwin. We are standing united with you this morning. I want to make that my first announcement and make it completely clear. We will be fighting for Ringarooma Primary School. Okay, can I just make that absolutely clear? In about 22 hours, 74 children will be arriving to one of the best performing schools in this state.
That's right.
That is a fact. Ringarooma Primary School, you know, maybe we don't even recognise it for the value that it has. Sometimes we don't always appreciate the treasure in our own backyard. Ringarooma Primary School is one of the best performing schools in this state out of 270. That is astonishing. Just 18 months ago, Ringarooma Primary School was one of the few schools in this state where 100% of its students were achieving literacy and numeracy benchmarks. I mean, I've been banging on about the importance of literacy and numeracy. So many schools are not quite getting there. This one is. You've got a treasure, and Dawn and her team of teachers, teacher aides and office staff and support crew, they are performing a wonderful service to our children. I don't have to tell you about the dislocation that happened just a couple of years ago where a school up the road was killed off and the students were intended, it was said, to go to Winnaleah district, and a lot of money followed that. But of course, as we know, those children are coming to this school, and this school didn't get the support and the recognition that it deserved then. I want to say this morning that, and I am going to be political because you can't address these issues without going to these places. Mr McKim is the minister responsible for this decision. He cannot blame his department the way he's been trying to. It's a shame that a man who promised to spend another $200 million on education in our state is in fact going to take $190 million out. But worse than that, I know that the budget's under pressure. Of course Tasmania has to find savings. No debate. We know why the budget's in such a mess, but that's not why we're here today. But there is a way to treat a regional community, and it's not the shoot first and ask questions later approach. Last year in the Parliament, across from the table from the government, I extracted a promise that there would be no school closures or amalgamations without the permission of the local school community. They have broken that promise. They are now saying, we will close this school, we're going to ask the community for what the impact on that will be, and we'll make a final decision. Lara Giddings says that one of the reasons why we need to close these 20 schools is because we need to improve our education performance. We need to get better results. Well, you can't do better than a country school that's performing and getting 100 or close to 100% of students achieving their benchmarks. That is the minimum standards. Mr McKim has a different version of his story. He says that we have to find the savings, and that if we save one or two schools, he has to find other savings somewhere else. The mother and the holding the baby says, why don't we go back and ask them why they spent so much money on schools like this one? And by the way, it's great what Ringarooma has achieved and the way that they've extracted value out of that grant for the new hall and general learning areas on the other side of the office. They must have known. They must have known that this school was on their hit list, and they still allowed the money to be spent. So you don't want to hear me speak for another hour or 2 hours, do you? I just want to make it clear. We are standing with you. We will fight with you. It's a shame that education in Tasmania used to be a debate, but now it's a battle. And it's a battle that this community must fight and must win, and we'll be standing with you and we'll offer you all the support that we can. I'd encourage you to support Cheryl, Louise and the school association to give them, don't just expect them to do all the work, to support them, and when they ask you to write an email or a letter saying what the impact will be, please take the time and do that. It will be invaluable to them to understand the impact on your family, the education of your child, and the way that it would be affected if they were shipped off to Winnaleah or Scottsdale. Two fine schools, but this debate is about an excellent school in Ringarooma. So congratulations to you. Stay in touch with me as well, and we'll give you the support that we can in the Parliament and outside the Parliament as well. Go Ringarooma!